don't know. All right. All right. All right, Harry. Do, 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 do. Right. So it's comments. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Right, let's put on the TikTok. Live. Hello, what? One eye pie. One eye pie. Is that what it says? You're first. That's nothing to be proud of. Like, I've done well in school. That's something to be proud of. Or I've got a new job. That's something to be proud of. You're sitting there and come on first on a live. Appreciate the comment anyway, because, you know, if you comment, obviously there's a good chance that I see it and it helps the life. If you want to watch some of my car videos, that helps that channel. It's all to do with watch time, isn't it, really? And sadly, people don't seem to see any value in doing that, really. The Clip Cartel, hello. I got my drink. Was you on a minute ago? Because I wanted a drink. I wanted a latte. This is my treat. This is my I'm not hungry because I had a pizza tonight. I went a whole pizza. Well, not bad. About 700 calories for the whole thing. I thought that's not too bad. And you got to eat. You can't just not eat because you want to lose weight. And I'm not really fussed about losing weight. I'm down to about 73, something like 73 and a half kilos. So I'm not unhappy with my weight. I'd like to be a bit faster in my running, I suppose. But then that's down to me. I've got to put the time in, and I've got to put the effort into training correctly. You won't be able to get paid off YouTube, huh? No, but I don't want to be paid. I'm not interested in being paid. My TikTok is the gifts are turned off. On here, you have to get to 1,000 followers, and yeah, you're right. So many hours of watch time. It's not that actually. No, not this channel. My Cambridge Motors Plumstead YouTube channel. When I put the cars out there, and what would help me is if I went and commented on your dad's, I don't know, mechanic business or your mum's jewellers or something like that. We went and searched for that. We get everybody to search for it and all search Google for it, click through to it, and we watch all their things and share their things. Each of us, none of these influencers, none of that. Networking sort of thing, but it's free, and I tend to. I quite often ask ChatGPT, make me a comment I can put on posts on social media. It must say, I like the account, I followed you for a while, we should support this account, let's give them some love, regards Gary Cambridge. Put some images, whatever you call it, in it, copy that, and you'll see it on your post it, Next one, post it. What's the point of me looking at a video but not actually commenting on it? What's the point of me looking at a Facebook post without commenting on it? An Instagram post without commenting? What's that all about? I don't understand it. I don't understand. If I'm taking the bother to stop and look at the video, why am I not at least saying hello? Or, I like your account. Why not? I don't get it. Everyone wants to go big. If you're on death row, what would your final meal be? Don't know. Probably fillet of fish, I suppose. Love a fillet of fish, followed by a jacket potato and something that takes forever to cook. Something that takes about a year to cook, because then I'll at least have another year and I want two of them. I want two that are going to take like years to cook. Well, thankfully, I'm probably not going to be that much of a criminal. That I'm going to be in that position, isn't it? But I don't know. Weird question. But there you go. Can I rap? Well, I can wrap presents. I'm pretty good at that. I mean, I don't know. Is that what you? Or do you mean wrap a car? Or rap like as in rapping? Elaine, why are you liking the live? Don't like it. You don't need to like it. Just all you need to do is go hello. That's more than powerful. And Elaine, come buy a car off me. That's even more powerful because it means I can book another holiday. I quite appreciate you coming buying a car or two cars because then I can go on 2 holidays, or 3 holidays, or 5 holidays. Depends how much you spend, I suppose. But yeah, no, I think networking. I don't know why we don't do it. LinkedIn, I quite like sharing a post, and I say, here's another one of mine. I really like this person. I like this person. You should make sure I'd appreciate you follow. I don't even know that. I would appreciate you following them, interacting with their posts, but they must interact with yours. If they don't, then you should unfollow them. That's what I think. What's this? How many craps do you think you're taking in my life? Well, sadly, I come across a lot on here. That's the trouble. What's the crack? Nothing, really. I just stand and do chat. Okay, higher wall. No, do you not understand? Do you understand? Look, this is my understanding of social media. You look at this live, you comment, someone else comes in, comments. When there's lots of comments, it grows. If you just come in and watch and go, I'm going, you need to block me, because if you're going to watch and go, you don't want to see this anymore. So you need to block. You need to block. Then you will narrow it down to, I want to see fit men with shorts on or something, or I want to see ladies with not a lot of clothes on, or I want to see motorbikes or whatever. Then what would happen is it will only get exactly this very stuff that you might comment on. Where are you from? I'm from the UK, in London. Tongue and groove ceiling. Wow, there. Yeah, it is. All of you should all, if you're scrolling through these places, right, and you're not commenting on the videos, why are you leaving the possibility of that person to come back to your For You page or whatever? What's the point? What is the point? And do you feel you can only comment if you know someone? That's quite a good one, actually. So that means, did you speak to all the people you know in your life? Did you ever speak to them? Did you speak to them? Win the Champions League? I don't know. Don't really follow football. I thought it'd be Arsenal, and they're doing the best at the minute, aren't they? But then I don't know. I think they've won. They're 6 unbeaten or something, are they? Not that I follow football, but I'm a massive fan of, like, I'll promote you, you promote me. That's what I think. I think another thing. All right, Ruth. Another thing I am astounded at: people work in a business and you don't share nothing about their business, dear. Your social media is full of dogs having a shit in someone's shoe, or doing a backflip, or someone nicking someone's phone. I'm going, or something about 15-minute cities, or some absolute shite that is pointless. All I'm saying is you must hate your mates who've got businesses, because you don't share nothing about them, do you? Your mate's got a little shop. Do you share his stuff? Nah. Why? Why don't you share it? Well, I think them dogs doing a backflip is really good. I personally think that's shite, mate. But that's me. I'm an old bastard, so ignore me. Yeah, I just think we should all help one another out, really. But that's my thoughts. You shouldn't think like me. You should say, no, that's ridiculous. And where you work, do you think it's better if they had more customers or less? Any pets? No. No, I did have a cat, but she passed away. She had cancer in her mouth. She was a stray. Well, across the road, they kicked her out 8 years before. They got a dog. Imagine that, getting a dog and then just kicking your cat out. It's a circle of life, mate. I knew she had cancer when I got her. Went to the vet, and the vet said, before you say anything, don't do the classic. That's quite direct, really. He said, don't do the classic, I don't care what I spend. And I think, because everybody goes and says, it's not the money. And really, the vet's saying, look, it's dead. It's knackered, right? But I'm being realistic. And what she said was, you can keep it, but if it comes in and it's lost one more weight, you won't have a say in what happens to the animal because you will be in cruel by not euthanizing it. So I thought, okay, so I tried, went in, it had gone up. I thought, oh, great, it only got a couple of grams, but it couldn't eat, that's a problem, you know. All right, mate, invigorating, or losing my cat. It's a circle of life, mate, isn't it? I remember me and my daughter, we was going somewhere, and went along, and there was a cat in the middle of the road, so I sort of slowed down, gone round it, pulled up, and I thought, it's not moving, so I stopped this car, whoa, stop, man, go round, mate. Went round it. I picked it up and it was still warm. Horrible. All this face all ripped out. Oh, just horrible, horrible, you know. What? New Hocker. What's a hocker? What's a hocker? I don't know what a hocker is. New York Hocker. Available. What's this? Send me a DM if I'm interested in a hocker. What's a hocker? That's in running shoes, isn't it? My cat's. I didn't have it very long. I don't. I'll lose my cat. Not very long. I didn't have it very long. It was hello. It came over to me one night, and it was, I don't know. It was all around me purring. I thought, oh, it's a bit of a state, this old thing, isn't it? So I think I brought it up and I gave it some milk or something, and then I went out on my motorbike. And I was coming on the way back. Thought, I'll get some cat food because that cat's still there. Got this cat food, give it to it. Couldn't eat it quick enough. I was going to leave it out because it was a mangy old thing, and I thought, no, I can't do that. Let it in, and just, I don't know, just sad, really, isn't it? But Christian, why are you liking the live? You don't need to like the live. If you're here, you comment, that means you like the live. If you just go like that, that doesn't mean you like the live. It means you're going to tap your screen. Tapping the screen, I don't see the point, but you might do. You may see the point in it. I don't see the point in it. What do I think the chance of WW3? I don't know, really. What do you think of them trying to ban dogs? From where, though? Ban dogs from where, though? You listen, you lot, I'll tell you what, they're banning from Newcastle. Dogs, what, on a Saturday night? So, I mean, you have to wear very little and it's freezing cold, but you've got to wear hardly anything. I think, look, this is my prescription. I'm a guru, right? What you want to do is stop watching the news. Muslims don't want dogs. What's that got to do with me? What has that got to do with me? I haven't even got a dog, so what's that got to do with me? Mate, you stop watching the telly. You're making everything else your business. I'm going, whoa. Just ignore. Turn it off. Turn it off and put anything with dogs in. I don't want to watch it. Surely. What about Harry the cat? Harry the cat? Who's Harry the cat? Who's Harry the cat when he's home? Panic? No, not really. I'm not panicking about anything, mate. You be angry or happy or sad about the things that you want. Don't worry about me. And I'm not saying don't mention it, but I don't know, people seem to get really, I don't know. I'm not fussed. I'm not really not fussed. You know, people say, oh, you can't, do you know what? Juice up, all right, mate? What are you doing watching? I thought you was a sensible person. Not many people on here tonight. Simon, isn't it? Is it Simon? Country's turned down a pan. Yeah, but you can't worry about the country. Why are you worried about the country? Worry about your bank balance. Worry about your health, your mindset. Is your car secured? Yes. You got decent CCTV around your house? Yes. Is your business doing well? Yes. Have you got any stresses? No. Fantastic. Do you want to have loads of stresses, but the country's really good? No, I'll tell you what, I'd rather the country go to pot. I know this is selfish. I want to be perfect. I want to be in my own bubble, right? I know this is selfish, and I don't care about the country. I want to care about myself. I can affect myself. No, he hasn't. Oh, the cat was found dead in a Tesco ceiling. Oh, horrible. I think stop watching too many channels on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram that are like giving you, I don't know, bad vibes. I've got to worry about me, haven't I? You know, if I don't want my things stolen, I have to secure them really well. Make sure I've got really good security in my premises. Make sure I'm aware when I walk down the street if I've got my phone out that someone might clock it and nick it off me. Respected sir, do you need help with your content like edit and to manage? No, not really. I tend to use CapCut. Use CapCut for doing the videos, for putting the thing on. I don't use all of CapCut because it's too powerful, and like everything, you don't need half of it. But I like it. Bit of training. I like CCTV. If you want CCTV, you got to get Ubiquiti. Look for Ubiquiti. The nuts. They are absolutely the nuts. Ubiquiti is the best hardware in hard networking stuff. Networking hardware. CCTV is like wow. And you just look at it all on your phone. It's all on your phone. It's all stored pretty much in the cloud. Who is Morris Cambridge? That was my dad. That was my dad I sadly lost in 2023. Almost 3 years. Going out, I've got a R1M. I've got an R1M. I don't really ride my Bandit. I've got a 1200 Bandit. What else? I've got an old BSA. I was going to take that at the weekend actually to my girlfriend's, but I'm glad I didn't. It was like a bit crap weather. Sorry for my loss, mate. It's a circle of life. Circle of life. I don't know how old you are. If you're young and you still got your mum and dad around, do you know what? Oh no. No. CCTV, right, does not stop anything. Last night on Countryfile, they were saying about the hair coursing, and I personally think they want pucker CCTV down the road, away from where it is. You know what? We should all have pucker CCTV because you won't catch them at your place because they'll have something on, but they will not have. They will not be covered up a mile down the road, and they won't have changed their clothes. And if they did, we're going to see them half a mile down getting changed on someone's CCTV. Everyone wants to look at CCTV. Everyone wants to look at it, but no, you'll be happy to go and buy a Canada Goose. I don't know. Say a decent CCTV system. Personally, depends how many cameras you want. Say you want 8 cameras. I'm going to say £2,000. 300 quid a camera. That's 24. No, I'm going to say three or 4 grand. But you know what? You don't want to spend that. You don't want that. You want to ring shit, don't you? You don't want to spend that. You don't want to spend decent cameras. But you definitely want to look at your neighbours who spent that sort of dough, don't you? So I'm saying, if you don't want to spend that and you're my neighbour, don't come and ask me. No, don't come and ask me because you ain't got none. So what about if I want to look at yours? They've smashed mine and I want to look at yours. I ain't got none. Oh, but you want to look at mine though, don't you? Your place, your gaff gets done. You want to look at mine. Weird. I don't understand why everybody ain't got it. Pucker. None of this blurry shit. You know, get decent cameras, put them up. And you only do them once. What, you worried they go out of date? No, they don't go out of date. It'll still work for years and years. But you can't be bothered. And I think we should have decent CCTV all around because I'm telling you now, when they broke into my van out there, Up the road, I guarantee they wouldn't have had nothing on. And do you know what? I'd have caught them, wouldn't you? I don't. It won't stop them. But if you've got a really good picture, say this picture is perfect, right? Well, you're not going to get caught. Really? What's it called? What, the CCTV? No, don't have it in the bathroom, do you, dick? You have Ring cameras are all right, but I personally think Ubiquiti cameras are the nuts. They they're not 24-hour color. Hikvision do 24-hour color ones. Do you really need 24-hour color? I don't think you do. The low light quality of these is the nuts. Ring's very simple. I'd say you have Ring cameras and all because the two-way audio is pucker, and Rings seem to have perfected the notification thing. Ring is like the notifications of Ring is like the best of all of them. And you ain't got to pay for a subscription. Just have them so you can do the two-way audio. Just do it so you can turn the lights on and off remotely. So all the Ponzi stuff you don't really need with a decent security system. But they're not dear, are they? Buy second-hand ones and just pop them up around. Don't get the battery ones. Hardwire. Don't be lazy, innit? Ring's all right. Wing's all right, but well, it is. That's the thing. It is easy, but it's worth. And it is. It's not with Ubiquiti. If you go and get Hikvision, I've got Hikvision 2 NVRs there, which NVR, yeah, NVRs. You want NVRs. DVRs are better because you can't hack them. They're harder to hack. NVRs are easier because you just have like one cable going to a switch, and you could have 20 cameras on that one switch, and all the cameras now are PoE. And when you connect one of the Hikvisions up, a switch, an access point, anything you do, right? Literally, it goes. The system finds it, and then it goes adopting it. Do you want to adopt it? Yeah, you got to adopt it. Upgrade to the latest firmware. Done. You can look it from your computer, and the storage device is mine. I've got. It's got 7 hard disks, so you can have like I don't know. I mean, mine stores for something like 60 days or something, or no, not 6 months. I want to say 3-4 months or something. And most of them, you're lucky if they do 30 days. It's just so easy. You can share a clip and everything. But it's money, isn't it? Do you want to? I mean, it depends on what you want. You do. What's it? Well, but you can put fake cameras up, but they're not real, are they? Weakest point is Wi-Fi fake. It is, but you should have decent Wi-Fi, shouldn't you? Hardwire's best, and Ring actually do some which are hardwired, isn't it? Gary goes spoons. No, I do spooning, but I don't go spoons. I just think you need decent pictures of people. People who perpetrate crime, I think you need a good picture of them. If it's a good image of their face, I think there's a good chance they're going to get caught. Especially now with all this. When we went to Silverstone, there was a van there, facial recognition. So everybody going in every entrance at Silverstone, facial recognition. And people say, that's my human rights. No, I disagree. I don't mind the old bill having my picture wherever. If I'm doing something wrong, no, I really don't want to have my picture, do I? Well, they cover their face to be seen, isn't it? But the point is, do you think they cover their face down the road then? Do you think they cover their face down the road? I think they don't cover their face down the road. I think you cover the face where you're doing the crime, but I don't think you cover your face when you're further away. You don't disguise yourself when you're further away. And are you really going to go to the thing of changing car 10 times? You're going to make sure, and it's all to do with decent CCTV, isn't it? Like now, they can pretty much pick up dash cams and that. Lots and lots of. Maybe I'm right. Well, I don't know. I'm not a security expert. Again, I've got no certificates on my wall. I can't tell you how to do networking and Ubiquiti cameras and how to get them working. What would be the best ones? Whether Ring, Eufy. I don't like all the subscription stuff. I bought that one off TikTok, which is like, I know it's got a lot of red holes on it. So 20 quid. I thought, pucker, solar camera. I'll play with that. I'll buy that. Mess about with it. Didn't realise you have to pay for a subscription. I thought, no, I don't want that. So sitting out there, I'm just going to probably chuck it in the bin or give it someone for a tenner or something, or give it to someone. I don't want it, but I think you want to. Well, it's good, isn't it? See, Ring cameras are good. Don't get me wrong. I think they're good. I've got a few. There's one there. An indoor one. Can you see it? Look, hang on, let's turn it round. That's one there. That's it. Little Ring camera there. Let's turn it round. That's one there. right? And I just got them to play with, really. Bought them second hand, I don't know, like 30 quid or something, 25, 30 quid, just to mess about with it, really. Well, CCTV is, I like CCTV because I can look at it, I can be anywhere in the world, I can look at it. If you really want, you could have CCTV everywhere, literally everywhere. You only want an internet connection. If you really want to put it in a vehicle, you could have a mobile dongle. And how much, depends how much data you're going to use. You could probably, or gift gaff, I think do one for like £6 a month. And you probably have more than enough data to, don't know, to watch. And do you really want to sit and watch it 24 hours a day? You don't really. It's just if it's stored in the cloud, it means that they can't come and smash the cameras. That's the good thing with Ring. It doesn't store it locally, which in a way you don't want, because if they can steal the recorder and they've got all the footage, haven't they? Which is, and I did speak to Turkey. Don't know what you mean. On the fruited what? Mate, I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. We're talking about CCTV. Anyone wants to know anything, I'll always tell you. I'll tell you what I know. I've got loads of cameras and all. I want to sell them. If you know anyone wants them. Anyone who wants CCTV, I'm selling stuff. Oh, the gambling machines. Nah, I went to Vegas, mate. They're all on there, like, putting this money in, like, people were playing, like, one person was playing, like, one here, West one. It's about 4 machines. They stood up and they kept putting money in these machines. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? I'm going to spend all this money and hope that I'm going to win a load of money. I'm going, I think the worst way you're going to be even, worst way you're going to lose, the best way you're going to be even. House always wins. House always wins, doesn't it? Dragon? What's Dragon? What software? Do you remember doing my GCSEs? No, they were CSEs when I've done them. Do you know Turkey? No. Was that a village or something? All had its quit before the big win. Do what you want to do. And it's right. The trouble is, it's probably addictive, isn't it? If you're a bit of a gambler, that's your addiction. If you're quite large, your addiction is too much sugar, I guess, isn't it? Everything is. I'm probably a bit addicted to my swimming and running and cycling and gym and that at the moment. Be interesting to see how long I do it for, because I think if you get to a point where you're not in control of it, I guess, and it's in control of you, isn't it? It's like being on a diet. If you can be on a healthy eating regime, but you do have some chocolate or a donut, and you don't really care too much because you've been pretty good for 4 or 5 days, you're probably successful. Same with saving your money. If you don't save all your money, you're probably pretty successful. If you save some of your money, isn't it? How old am I? 62. 62. 18 years till I'm 80. 28 years till I'm 90. How far I'm going to get, I don't know. I'd like to get, I don't know really. I'd like to live as long as I can, wouldn't I? But I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to live. What do you think about what's happening in Iran? Absolutely pointless, mate. I think, when Germany decided back in the 40s or whatever it was, they wanted to, because that man with the moustache said this and that, you just think, from that point, imagine how many people expired. Imagine how many people, right or wrong, I mean, I don't know, was it 3, 4 years ago? Was it someone went into a music festival? Was it in Israel or something like that? Done a load of people, and you think, that's a good idea, isn't it? I know what, then we're going to do a load of them. And like Ukraine, he's come and said, well, I don't want to annex the Donbass region or whatever. I'm happy about it. I'm going to invade it. Imagine how many people have gone out there. You just think, are we a bit thick? We're a bit odd, really, aren't we? We are absolutely odd. I don't get humans. And how much power do you want? Yeah, what? So when you've got, I don't know, let's say you've got, I don't know, 5 palaces. How many palaces do you want? And even Putin, surely Putin, he can't live forever. What's he going to do? Imagine he gets the world. What's he really going to do? Surely he ain't going to live for. It's not immortal. So what, he can hand it down to someone. It's like, well, okay, so you've destroyed lots of people to hand this down to someone, but it's all corruption, isn't it? It's all corruption. Men, usually men. But I don't. It much makes me sad. I look at my grandchildren and I think, what a mad world, what a crazy world. All right, mate. Well, seriously, imagine like that. Back in the 40, whenever it was, 1930. When did it start? Was it 38? And just think, can you imagine them times? And I know someone who they went to Auschwitz, and you see, really, this is what makes me laugh. These people say these things don't happen. You just see documentaries and that sort of thing. You just think, evil, evil, evil. And I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get why we can't be tolerant and we can't just get along. I know it's stupid. Well, alive then? No, was not. Born in '64. All right, mate. Good evening. Who was that? Oh, Hermandy. You're a year or more younger than my father. 62 I am. I'm 62. I just find it sad. I just find it sad that people, why would someone want to troll me? I'm like, why? Why? Someone ringing me earlier. Ring, put the phone there. Ring, put the. I sort of get banter. I sort of get wind ups. It's impossible to have banter with. How could I possibly have banter with anyone unless I know them? Nothing to do with they're a Karen and they're going to get triggered. No, they can get offended. Why am I not allowed to be offended? Why? No, it's a free country. I can be offended if I want. But you're offended because I'm offended. It's not. I know everyone gets offended over stuff, but don't worry about it, innit? Imagine if it's just like you don't do things that I might find offensive, and you don't need to get wound up about it. You don't need to get wound up about me doing it. Oh, it's mad, isn't it? Do you know what? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Maybe you can. Maybe someone can tell me. Do some research for me and tell me. Talk about the meaning of life. We all want. Don't we all want to sort of live? Healthily. And I don't get humans. It's crazy. We just seem to want to spunk up all our money. We want to do things in the pursuit of. I don't know what are we chasing. To chase, isn't it? It's like the real life chase, isn't it? We're chasing what? And it's only when you get to a certain point you realise none of that was important. None of it. I don't follow football, mate. I'm not really into football at all. I know that's odd. I'm a bloke. My girlfriend said, "I can't believe it. You ain't watching the World Cup." I went, "I'm not really into football. I'm not. I'm just not into it, you know." But I just wish everyone was a bit more tolerant. Um, I get wind ups and banter, but I need to know you. I don't see how can I possibly have banter with you if I don't know you? I don't know what you find offensive. No, I don't. I do. I've been to the MotoGP. We went up to Donington. I think it's Donington. A couple of times, 2 or 3 times actually. Makes Formula One seem like so cheap. I think we went up there and it was something like I don't know, 50 quid for the weekend. Go to Formula One, it's like a grand for the weekend. You think, it's crazy money, or I don't know, or 500 quid or something. It's ridiculous. It's just cheap. MotoGP is cheap and just as good racing, but you got to be into bikes, haven't you? If you're not into bikes, it's just. I'm sure it's Donington we went. Up at Northampton. Is that Donington? Donington Park? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to Silverstone this year. Better racing? I don't know really. I'm a biker. I don't really watch the telly. I'm a bit like I can't be asked to watch the telly if I'm honest. I told you I like being in my world. My world's the best because I don't watch the telly. I don't watch the news. I don't want to know about it. You lot come and say, "Oh, what do you think about Farage? What do you think of this?" I don't. I mean, I get snippets. I know Farage is. I know, Rupert Lowe. He's probably the sort of the darling at the minute. Is it Rupert Lowe? You know, he seems to be talking a lot of sense, but I don't know. Cats or dogs? Cats, really. My weekend was good, thank you. We took a load of wood up the tip, so that was good. Get rid of that. Sold free on Saturday, so that was good. It's always good when you're busy at work. What else? Oh, and I had a Charlie Hortons. I've never ever had one. And we went in yesterday, went to the tip, and then we oh, well, let's go to Charlie Hortons. And I've never had one. I'm like, oh my god, it's like they're horrible, aren't they? They're really horrible. I had this one that was really had fudge lumps on the top. It was just horrible. It was so horrible. I bought another one to get my fear. I was fearing it. I thought, oh my god, I'm really worried about eating this. So I ate it, and then I like the things he says, but talk's cheap, isn't it? Talk's cheap, and I think the trouble is any government. It's all like what was it when Doge was it Doge or something? Yeah, Elon Musk was highlighting this stuff in America where and it's with a government, it's almost like endless money, isn't it? It's literally you nutters, you're all working, and it would never work. Imagine if we didn't have no debt. We all said, no, we're going to be sensible. We don't want no debt. They couldn't keep us at work. The country wouldn't work though. The country would not work. We need debt because it needs. We need debt. We need personal debt, and we need, uh, you know, government debt. We need debt. Debt keeps us all in order because it keeps us at work. If you didn't have no debt, if you had enough money, if you won the lottery, you wouldn't go to work, would you? And if you had enough money, you'd say, well, stick your job up your backside. But you can't because you've got debts. Buying all the stuff that the market. I'm sure the government, HMRC, say, fuck it, what can we do? I know what. We convince the peasants that this is the way to go. Look at this watch or whatever it is. Look at this watch. Look at that. You want that, don't you? David Beckham wears a tag or whatever it is, so you want one, don't you? Oh, I need one because David Beckham or Beyonce's wearing one, or I know Jay-Z or something, or whatever. So you go, look at that prime drink. Marketers are definitely in with the governments. It's like, how can we keep the peasants at work? Why is that? Well, because they're all paying tax. If they all don't go to work, we won't get no tax revenue. What are we going to do then? Okay, so they're going to increase tax, but you're not paying tax, you ain't at work. So all the marketers make us lot think we need that, so we buy it. And all we do, we're just making our life worse through listening to marketers. And their job is to make us believe that we need that. You can't, innit? You can't get out of it. This is the trouble. You've got. What was it? I think when they were building the Channel Tunnel, there was it was something like if you owe the bank 100 million, you've got a problem. But if you owe the bank 100 billion, the banks have got a problem. And that's so true. Imagine the Channel Tunnel. Once it had got that far, they ain't going to leave it. And they did try and do it years. I'm about probably like say, I don't know, whenever it was. Yeah, I remember they started doing it, and they only got wherever far, and they gave up on that sort of stuff. But no, you're never going to get out of it. You're never going to get out of debt. It's weird, isn't it? We're just getting more and more into debt. Countries are getting more into debt. The peasants are getting more into debt. For what? I don't understand it. This is why I say you have to look after yourself. I personally think I can't worry about the national debt. I can't worry about HMRC or Chrissy. I can't worry about whether Chrissy's like bitching that she's eating too many biscuits. I can't worry about none of that. I have to worry about myself. I'm very well. Went to the gym tonight. Swimming tomorrow morning. Probably going to run tomorrow night. Wednesday morning, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's too far away. I've got a run on Sunday with my daughter. My son's not going to run. He's going to come and watch because he's doing a 30k or something on Saturday or something like that. So I'm looking forward to Sunday. You want Beyonce's shoes? I think we should big infrastructure projects. We should do. Yeah, another one. Yeah, well, she might not beat me. So although she's done a 29-minute park run, I'm like, shit, she's getting good now. But there you go. What is it? Sometimes the student becomes the master. How long is 10k? 10k starts at 8:30. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to her, look, we both run our own race. You're collateral damage if I'm ahead, so I'll leave her. But what I'm thinking, Chris, is I want to get to the end, but I don't want to go over the finish. But I want to come back, say, I don't know, quarter of a mile from the finish, run back, find her, and then run with her. I told you my son, didn't me? He done me 12 minutes. 12 minutes. I mean, how can you do that? What is it? And we went round there because the girls had gone. They didn't want to come. I said, "Would you really want to come to Canterbury and watch it stand around for 2 hours?" Anyway, so they didn't. They went off to a garden centre or something. Anyway, and was it? We rung. He said, "Oh yeah, I beat me dad." Oh, that's handy. She come on the phone. She said, "Does that mean we get the tumble dryer?" I went, "No, that's 15 minutes." Yeah, 12 minutes he's done me by. But I had a cold. Immediately I had a cold. I took a roll of bog paper and literally kept blowing my nose all the way down. We got halfway there, so I needed to go to the toilet, so I stopped in the garage and I picked up so much paper and chucked it in their bin. I'm doing all right, thank you. What's this? How many children do I have? I've got two. Well, they're not children, they're adults, so they're my son and daughter. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, she say you're kids. Well, no, and I was apparently, where am I from? London. And Chrissy, apparently, he said, because up to about 5.5 miles, I was doing him big time. I didn't realise. I didn't wear my bright top. I thought I'm wearing a top so I can hopefully blend in and he might lose me. He didn't. And he sent me a couple of pictures, and one, must have been about 30 metres in front. And he said, you were too strong. I couldn't keep with you. We got to a hill, and it was between 5.5 and 6 mile. And I thought, don't walk. I want to walk. Don't walk. I want to walk. Don't walk. Well, no, stop fucking going. Don't walk. Keep going. And I gave up. Walked a little bit, ran a bit more, walked a bit. And once you walk, you've given in. You've given in. You've surrendered. The white flag's up. Nah, I've finished now. Bomb me. I'm finished. Anyway, and then he went past. And I thought, oh, I've got to try and stay with him. And I couldn't. He was just too strong, and he just pulled away. And then you're demoralised, so you walk a bit and then just fed up and I'm gonna walk around, and just not fit enough. Although I did have a cold, so that is one excuse. Because he said all he could hear was me snotting and like that, chucking it. Horrible. But there you go. Well, that's what I mean. He should have done. Well, he wouldn't have got. If he'd beat me by 15 minutes, I said, it had to be 20 minutes. So at some point, he would just never have got one, would he? Well, he could have had one. They could have had one. My daughter wanted one, so I bought her one. And I don't know what I bought them. I think I bought his running stuff, actually, because he's doing London Marathon, isn't he? So I'm begging. I'm there to get out begging, send his link out for because he's doing it for Wessex Teenage Cancer Trust. And he's got about 1,200 quid now, but he's got to raise 3,000. So, have I banned you? I don't know. You lost your mum and dad, have you? Yeah, mine are both gone. My mum was in 2020 actually. 2020 lockdown. You know, I'm pretty sure she had COVID. Pretty sure. I was there Christmas Eve. She was coughing. It was really annoying. I slept on the sofa, and she almost went to sleep, but then she started coughing, and she almost went to sleep and coughing, and it just kept up. And then I feel really guilty. I'm like, fucking stop coughing, but you can't, can you? So we could have had autopsies and that, but what's the point? You only said all that care. I might have had it, and my brother had it, and my brother's like, you know. He was outside, and I was like, "Nah, you can't stay out there. No, you can't stay out there. Get in here. Wear a mask, but you come in. You know, because you can't when your mum's dying. You can't just say I'm gonna stay outside the window, can you? Shitty times, isn't it? But there you go. 3-4 by car. Oh, not blaming myself. No, I said if you'd have had an autopsy, what would have been is what? And they go, yeah, it was COVID. You just said, well, who had it? You know, and nah, it's no good, is it? No good. But it was horrible times, wasn't it? You know, we were locked down, and you know, it's just you know, I hope no one ever experiences it again. You know, and you know, you got conspiracy theories, fuck off. You know, you watch somebody who's been coughing and you suspect it's that, and what people say, now it ain't real. Yeah, do you know what? Burn in hell, for all I care. Right. It was that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Chrissy. You know, what was the point of, you know, you could have said, no, we want to know. It's like, she was old. You know, and that's just, you get to a point where they're going to go, isn't it? And anyone who's, yeah, you know, if your mum and dad are still around, go and see them, innit? Yeah, get on your tits, don't they? But go and see them, innit? Go out with them. And like mates, I'm going out on, I think it's the 13th. We're going out Friday the 13th. What a good day that is. We're going to Brooklands. Big group. You know, I don't know how many's going to come. Gradually more. Like, oh, I can't. I couldn't come. I'm coming anyway. And people give all this story when I can't go. And I'm like, guys, you got to just book something, innit? Someone's got to book it. Did you? You got to book. You got to book these things, innit? And blokes are a nightmare, aren't they? You know, I think you can't give people choices. You've got to go, we're going. And I'm looking forward to it because I couldn't go to the last one. And it's weird because someone won't actually organise stuff, will they? You think just like, put it in the group. Obviously, people you like. Obviously, when somebody's like watching paint dry, you ain't going to have them in the group, are you? Or if you want to be sneaky, do a broadcast. Have a broadcast in WhatsApp. Literally send it out to everyone. And the ones who respond, put them in a group. COVID, death rates. What? Weren't higher, they said, compared to previous years. Yeah, but hang on. I'm not worried about that, mate. All I'm saying, I watched my mum basically like going, coughing her guts out on Christmas Eve, and coughing, and she probably had it. But what should we go and have it? We can't now, because she's incinerated. Now she's ashes. But would it have made any difference if we'd have known? Not really, would it? They're gone. It doesn't bring them back. And, you know, I don't know. If my mum had the flu, I'd be pissed off if someone gave her the flu, wouldn't I? Did you like my 50th birthday? Yeah, it was 11 years ago, 12 years ago. Yeah, it was all right. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done. I think I went away, actually. Not to prison. You can, look, you can, it's all, you know, there's some things, there's just no explanation. You know, they're just going to get to a point and they're going to go, aren't they? You know, if you're lucky enough, you still got your mum and dad around, I'd say make the most of stuff, innit? Like, you know, like my mates circle, you know, my circle of mates, there's a few people who are not here now. You know, I'm all getting older, you know, like in another 5 years, I might be gone. You know, this is the thing, you know, you stop buying all this stuff, and stop buying stuff and spend your money on, you know, meeting up with them. Well, if you like the people, if they're like watching paint dry, don't bother, innit? You've got to sort of like their company, innit? If you like their company, well, I think that's the best thing to do. You don't even got to go out. They can come around your house, can't they? If you're skint, come around your house and just, I don't know, make them sandwiches or something, innit? I'm off go-karting this. Oh, yeah. Good on you. You do that off flu. Well, but then she had flu, mate. Fuck it, I don't really care what I don't really care. This is what you have to go. I don't really care what anyone thinks. These are my thoughts, right? If you think, well, it's a conspiracy and it's like, that's great. That's what you want to believe, isn't it? If I want to believe my mum did have it, and we know for a fact, well, we're pretty sure my dad had it as well. So pretty sure that someone brought it in the house, you know. But it's not going to make any difference, is it? You know, whether we say it was or it wasn't, it's not going to change the past, is it? I mean, I never got it. Never got it. And my mum and dad had it. And I was in the same house as them. And I thought, oh, shit. So I went up the O2, made out I had it just to get tested. And I was negative. And I'm thinking, wow. So maybe not everybody gets it. You know, of course they don't. But I'm pretty sure my mum had it. But, you know, you weren't there. You don't know. And it doesn't matter what I think, does it? This is the magic thing. If you think it's a conspiracy and it wasn't a thing, and I think it wasn't, well, you've got to go, you should be very smug and think, well, I knew it weren't. That's all you got to do. But I can be very smug and say, well, I think it was. And I think that's what my mum died of. But I can be smug thinking that. You know, surely, you know, we're all allowed to have different opinions, and you're allowed to, you think that I'm crazy. Surely. Well, what do you want to put on the death certificate? Nothing. They died of nothing. They just died. We didn't look after them. Fuck it. We couldn't be bothered. We thought, fuck it. There ain't enough money. We let them we put them outside and they just got a bit wet and we left them. Does it matter what they put on it? Hang on. I'm just thinking, does it really matter what's on the death certificate? They're dead. You know, your mum's dead or whatever. If you're really that worried about it, well, so when your parents go, what are you going to have? How many autopsies are you going to have? How many autopsies are you going to have? How many are you going to have? What about if someone puts something down that you don't agree with? You're going to go, hang on, I want a second opinion. What about a second? What about if you've had two and you still don't agree with them? How many? How many are going to go through? Is it like I'm going to keep having opinions till I get that matches my opinion? Mate, I just have to go, look, my mum's dead, my dad's dead. What shall I do? I can't bother to worry about it. I believe it probably was that with my mum. Well, did we have it tested? No. Does that make me a fool? Hope so. In your eyes, I must be a fool, surely. Mate, Kobe said, well, mate, if you'd have been there when my mum was dying, there wasn't really much worse than that, personally, but maybe you've had experience much worse than that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe everything you've experienced has made mine seem like trivial. But that's my thoughts. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not like, I can't be bothered to say this didn't happen, that didn't happen. I think it was around. I genuinely think there was something around. There weren't nothing around, surely. Inspire us. I'm going to bed anyway. Did you leave her outside? We just put her outside. Yeah, it was cold. We just put her out in the snow. It was all right. Meant the lounge was empty, but we put her out in the snow. Anyway, I'm going now. Not just because of that, but I just think I can't be bothered to all sorts of things. I just think it's too much. I don't know. People got too much time on their hands, I think. Well, it made you stronger than ever, but surely you wouldn't still like your mum around, though. Surely you would, wouldn't you? I can't believe anyone wouldn't. Well, unless you don't like your parents, of course. You might hate them. But I was quite lucky. I quite like my parents. But look, this is the whole thing. We shouldn't argue. There's no point in arguing. We're just all got different opinions. Everybody's got different opinions, and this is the whole thing. We're allowed to do. Okay, you're allowed to. You're allowed to have different opinions to me. I'm surely allowed to have a different opinion to you or thoughts to you. We're all different. But I'm not going to try and change your opinions. That's not how it works. If you try and change my opinions, I'm saying, wow, you're valueless. You have no value. If you try and change my opinions, if I'm not hurting you and you try and change my opinions, I say you have no value in my life. There is no benefit to you staying in my life because you're like me, freezing me nuts off. I've just got in the shower. Ding dong, you go to the door and do you want to buy the watchtower? No, I don't want to buy the watchtower. Go away. I'm having a shower. I'm having a dump. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be that. Don't be knocking on my door and trying to sell me the watchtower, okay? When I don't want it. Don't ask me to borrow money when I don't want to talk to you about money. I'm saying, look, I'm allowed what are the things I want to think, right? Everyone's allowed to think what they want to think. If I try and chip away, try and make you see my point, no, don't do that. Just agree that we've got different. We agree to disagree on everything. I don't want anybody to have the same thought process as me because I'm me. You're not me. And in my lives, I just think everyone should be. Let's not argue and just. I don't know. I don't want to preach. I mean, I think preaching to someone don't smoke. I think that's a pretty good thing to preach. If I preach to you, look, try and you're trying to lose weight, and I try and preach to you, look, use Nutracheck, maybe try some stuff. That's I think a good thing to me to preach. But and everybody's free not to watch. You don't have to watch my lives. You don't have. If I'm my opinion, this isn't just you, Christian Country, whatever you call yourself. I mean, like that, Christian Country. I mean, I would call yourself John, or what your name is. That's to me, that's what I would do. But you're different, isn't it? England Christian Country. It sounds to me like you just don't like anyone else that's not white and not from here, sort of thing. And I'm going, mate, when I come off the ladder, everyone in the resus room where they're going around me, like, make sure I ain't broke my neck and all that. I don't think anyone was from here. And I weren't getting up and saying, yeah, get out of here, you're taking my jobs. I weren't doing that. But you know what? If that's what makes you happy, not just you, generally. This is my getting back to the saying of getting along, isn't it? Should we be tolerant of everything or not? I don't want to be tolerant if somebody steals my phone or kicks my back door in or nicks my motorbike. I don't want to be tolerant of that sort of person. And do I think that's only people who come on a boat? No, I know I've seen plenty around here who come and deal in stuff, and I'm like, they're valueless, surely. What are they peddling then? But I don't know. Anyway, how bad was my neck? No, it didn't make me neck. No, it's my ribs. I fell off a ladder. Um, I fell about 15 foot, sort of onto my back, and I broke 5 ribs. No, I'm going now. I'm going, mate. Literally, I'm going because it's 10:30, and I'm going to be. I'm making the point of being 11 o'clock. I'm going to sleep, not 11:30. Faff about on my phone, and but I like the live when it gets involved. I like chatting on the live, and sometimes it does get not annoyed, but I quite like it when we're quite serious. When we talk about, you know, some stuff is quite good in it. Not too serious. We want to be, we want some tears in our life. The sad times, but we want laughter, don't we? We want laughter. No, no, not 24 hours in 80s. Name's Billy, nothing to hide, but yes, I always get things wrong. Well, then, if you say hospitals get it wrong, okay, hang on a minute. So we're going to we'll stop the lives a minute. I just want to ask you a question. Do you think they should be perfect then? Do you think have you ever made a mistake in your life? Have you ever made a mistake, a wrong diagnosis of anything? If you say yes, and then you're saying, but someone who's a doctor or a consultant must be perfect, I'm not sure. Are you saying they must be different to you then? I thought we were all the same. I thought, is it they shouldn't make a bad, they shouldn't make a mistake because you're going to die. No, that's so. What about a mechanic who makes a bad mistake on your car? Oh, that's different. That's exactly the same. The principle is exactly the same, surely. The principle is exactly the same. Yes, I'm all right, thank you. So if I expect the consultant to be, and again, what shall I get, 10, 20, 30? Hospitals don't get the same bad name. Well, do you seriously? My girlfriend was a urology nurse, right? And she then was a colorectal nurse. Do you honestly believe that some consultant is going into you to do bits and pieces? Do you think he meant to nick that vein or that artery or something? Do you think he meant to do that? You don't make mistakes, bollocks. Of course you do. So for me to expect perfection, I must be perfect, surely. So you want to name and shame when someone say made a mistake, a genuine mistake, they didn't mean that. So what is it like? Only genuine mistakes should get put over Facebook. But what if it's a genuine? They didn't mean that to happen. If they didn't mean it to happen, I can't say, look, I'm going to live my life one way, but everyone else must live it. Must they do? They do what? I just think I can't expect perfection unless I'm perfect. Surely, I can't be hypocritical. I can be hypocritical, and I think people are hypocritical, but I don't know why. Surely, you can only judge by if you are perfect, then everyone else should be perfect. But yeah, but where are you going to go then? So where are you going to go? Are you going to say, well, I want to see how many people have passed away then? So you've been smacked up in a car crash. What are you having? Who's your next of kin? Are you saying don't do any operating on me at all? Don't operate on me nothing until my next of kin will come along who've got my list of stuff of the person I want. Problem is mistakes in medical care get made due to costs, and that's wrong. Well, then are you going private then? Are you paying just for perfection? If you're not paying for perfection, I'm not sure you can expect perfection, isn't it? No, I can't really, because you haven't actually got one, mate. What's your name? Joby. Well, the word you're trying to say, mate, is actually like see you next Tuesday, and I think that's what you are, mate. But there you go. No, I'm not perfect. I can't. How can I expect a consultant to be perfect on me? I'm not perfect, so how can I command perfection when I'm not perfect? I don't get that. You lot are all saying you want perfect, and I'm going, but are you perfect? If you're not perfect, why are you expecting everyone else to be perfect? I don't get this. Are you saying you've ever made a mistake? If you say yes, why are you expecting everyone else shouldn't make a mistake? I don't get it. And if that's the case, have you done your research so you've got your list of where hospitals you want to be taken to if certain things go wrong? Where are these consultants that are going to be perfect? If you say there are none, it's like, well, what are you expecting? Say you don't want to be treated. I think. Do you think the NHS should say have a disclaimer? Well, we're not perfect, so we're not going to be able to sort you out. We're not going to be able to sort you out perfectly. What do you want to do? See, if they'd done that, you'd say that's out of order. But a minute ago, you was expecting perfection. So what about they say? Well, we've got to be honest with you. We aren't perfect, so we're not prepared. We're not prepared. We're not prepared to operate on you because we're not perfect. We know you're demanding perfection, so at this hospital, unfortunately, we are not perfect. So you're free to go to another hospital, or in America, or somewhere like that. Where do you want to go? Where's the perfect surgeon? Or are you saying that you want it to go down to now? Everyone's saying about robotics and AI. So you're actually saying, I think a computer is perfect because a computer does not make mistakes. A plane will fly on. It can basically take off and land with. It doesn't need a pilot, right? And it will never crash. Autonomous driving, there will be no car crashes. But you don't want that because you can take everyone's jobs away. So I'm not sure what you want. Do you want robots operating? Because they will be perfect. Private all day. Well, that's fine then. If you go private, that's fine. No, don't tell me anything, mate. Well, so then you're not using the NHS, are you? You can't say that statement. It's scary about how much they pay out. So you're saying you don't go. Where are you going then? Can you tell me and the chat where you're going to go then? If you say, well, I'm not, well, I don't understand it. You're saying you're scared. Basically, they're not doing it right. So where are you going? This is what I want to know. Well, we want to know. Don't keep this information secret, please. I think, well, or the other way, then what do you think we should get rid of it? Get rid of it. Seriously, I think we should get rid of the NHS. Get rid of it. Everything's private. Go to America. Everything's pucker. Everything is pucker. I've got a mate, Julian. Julian? No. I can't remember his name now. He's in America, right? And do you know what? Great country. Absolutely great country to live in. Medical, perfect. Fucking tell you what, you think you've got it. I tell you what, I'm going, do you know what? I'm going to have to suffer things because I'm telling you now, I wouldn't go to the hospital. I would not go to the hospital out there. Money is mega. If you've got mega insurance, no problem. But if you ain't insured, you are snookered. I went to New York and they had 3 hospitals and the paid for ones. And I come along. If you get knocked, there was this bloke got knocked over, and there was this copper there, policeman. He said, yeah, well, it is. They get this person who got out, that was all around him and that, and this ambulance pulled up, and they look at him. He gave them the money, so the ambulance drove off. He said, oh, one of the free ones will be along soon, and the free hospital come along. The free hospital's probably like, cats and dogs zone, loads of people all over the place. He said, yeah, no, it's all down to money, all down to money. If you've got money, if you've got means, then the posh hospital, if you like, will take him. Well, I think Mrs. Surgeon agrees with Gary. I think, look, we're humans. Look, if we're expecting perfection of things, right? Are we saying that we're perfect? Are we saying you shouldn't judge everyone? Are we saying that everyone else has to be perfect, but we don't have to be perfect? That's what I think. I can't expect everyone else to be perfect if I'm not perfect, surely. Well, I don't think so, but that's me. Anyway, look, I've got to go. We do this like all night. We do this for hours. This is why we need to stop this sort of thing, because it's just, I don't know. This all started from me thinking my mum died from COVID, which I think she did, because I was there. And then people tell me it wasn't that, it was a flu, and it was put down. It's like, I didn't really give a fuck what was on a death certificate. It was just like my mum that I loved was dead. And you know what? It doesn't matter what words put on there. I don't care. I don't care. It's just, it was upsetting for me. Not everyone else. You shouldn't be upset with everyone else. That's my mum. It ain't your mum. It's my mum, isn't it? Like, really, if your mum dies, I'm not really going to get upset because I don't know your mum, do I? I don't know your mum. That's not harsh. That's when I was in my flat. There was a lady, anyway, walking along, and then I thought, well, what's this? Walking along with this old lady with this woman. Anyway, I wonder where they're off to. Anyway, next thing I heard, like this wailing, crying. I thought, what's that? And basically, cut a long story short, the old lady died, collapsed and died. I'm looking at all these people around. I thought, well, I'm not going to watch. I don't know anyway. Didn't realise what happened. And later on, I think I went in the shop to get something. And I said, oh, what happened? So she sadly died. So, oh, blimey. And, you know, and all these people are walking about and driving about. And I want to stop everyone and say, fucking, well, stop. Fucking, what are you doing? You do realise a couple of hours ago, a person died here. And but everyone's just going about their business. And I thought, wow. You know, and I thought that when my dad died, you know, I drove back and I thought, what are you all doing, you bastards? Why are you all driving? Why are you not stopping and asking how I am? Because it's not to do with them, is it? It's to do with me. Like that woman, you know, I thought, that's how life goes on, isn't it? Just moves on, doesn't it? Anyway, I've got to go. Hey, see you later, guys. Yeah, I've got to go. See you later. I've got to go. Anyway, I'll need to toilet anyway. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later, you lot.